Most people don't fail because the world is too hard. They fail because their internal world is too chaotic. They jump from distraction to distraction. They drown in the noise around them, and then they wonder why their life feels stuck in the same miserable loop. But every once in a while, a year arrives that becomes a turning point. A year where you either rebuild yourself brick by brick or watch yourself decay through your own inaction. 2026 can be that year, but only if you adopt a protocol, a system, powerful enough to override your old identity. The Stoics built theirs over 2,000 years ago. Their lives were filled with war, betrayal, political danger, loss, and uncertainty. Yet they built inner empires that couldn't be shaken. This video is the blueprint for you to rebuild yours. Today, you will learn the Stoic Protocol, 7 systems that restructure your habits, your mind, your discipline, and your entire direction in life. But before we begin, subscribe, like the video, and check out the Daily Stoic Discipline Journal to build your mindset in 10 minutes a day. Now, let's begin. 1. The Memento Mori Blueprint. You don't have time to waste. The first thing the Stoics reminded themselves every morning was simple: you're going to die. Not in a morbid way, in a clarifying way. When you live as if you have unlimited time, you delay everything. You tell yourself you'll start later, fix things later, rebuild later, until later becomes never. Memento Mori is not about fear, it's about urgency. It forces you to ask, what would I still care about if this were my last year? The list becomes shockingly short. This is why your 2026 calendar must be built backward, not from what you want to do, but from what actually matters before your time runs out. You eliminate the trivial, the petty, the empty rituals, the energy drains. Suddenly, your priorities become sharp, your actions deliberate, and your focus ruthless. You stop wasting days because you finally understand the truth. Life is shorter than your excuses and longer than your discipline. 2. The Negative Visualization Audit. See the failure before it happens. Most people plan for success. Stoics plan for sabotage, their own sabotage. Negative visualization means imagining every way your 2026 goals could collapse before they begin. The distractions that always pull you away, the habits that silently poison your momentum, the emotional triggers that make you quit, the old patterns that drag you back into the person you used to be. You're not doing this to be pessimistic, you're doing it to build armor. Psychologists call this a pre-mortem. Elite performers use it to outsmart their weaknesses. You use it to make failure impossible. If you plan only for the best-case scenario, you will repeat 2024. If you plan for the worst-case scenario, you will dominate 2026. This is the Stoic way. Victory through preparation, not hope. 3. The Essentialist Filter. Cut the dead weight. You cannot rebuild your life while carrying everything that broke you. The next system is simple: subtract. Most people assume the solution to chaos is adding more rules, more tasks, more routines, more goals. But discipline is not addition. Discipline is elimination. The Essentialist Filter forces you to cut 80% of your obligations, relationships, commitments, and digital noise. Why? Because most of your exhaustion doesn't come from doing too much. It comes from doing the wrong things. Your life becomes cleaner. Your mind becomes quieter. Your time becomes sharper. This isn't minimalism. This is psychological warfare. You're clearing space so your discipline has room to breathe. 2026 is the year you stop convincing yourself you can carry everything, and finally learn that strength often comes from dropping the unnecessary. 4. The Discomfort Schedule. Make suffering non-negotiable. Here's the truth: no one becomes stronger by avoiding difficulty. You become stronger by choosing difficulty. The Stoics practiced voluntary hardship, cold water, sparse meals, long walks in harsh conditions, intense discipline, not because they enjoyed suffering, but because it hardened them for the real battles of life. Modern psychology has caught up. Controlled discomfort rewires the brain for resilience. It raises pain tolerance. It reduces overthinking. It builds self-respect. So in 2026, your suffering becomes scheduled. It's not random. It's not situational. It's intentional. Daily training, cold exposure, difficult conversations, tasks you avoid, moments of silence without distraction. When you build a life where discomfort is chosen, the discomfort you didn't choose can no longer break you. You stop fearing hard things because hard things become your environment. 5. The inner citadel routine. Fortify the mind before the world touches you. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the inner citadel, a mental fortress the world cannot penetrate. Most people wake up reactive. They start their day with noise, chaos, screens, messages, demands, and then wonder why they feel off-center. The inner citadel routine rebuilds the morning and the evening into a psychological shield. In the morning, stillness before stimulation, reflection before reaction, 1 page of journaling to sort your mind, 1 deliberate intent for the day. In the evening, a review of your actions, a measurement of your discipline, a quiet audit of where you remained in control and where you slipped. This daily ritual is how you stop letting the world dictate your emotions. It's how you create internal order so external noise cannot pull you apart. A strong life is built within long before it appears without. 6. The circle of control review. Measure only what you command. Here's the mistake most people make. They measure their life by results, not by responsibility. You cannot control outcomes. You cannot control people. You cannot control timing. But you can control your actions, your discipline, your choices, your standards, your habits. The Stoics understood this perfectly, and it freed them from anxiety and perfectionism. So once a week in 2026, you perform a circle of control review. You don't judge yourself on whether things went your way. You judge yourself on whether you acted with discipline regardless of what happened. This single ritual will remove 80% of your stress. Because once you measure what you can control, you stop obsessing over everything you can't. And that is where real power begins. 7. The Amor Fati pivot. Turn hit after hit into fuel. Life will not spare you in 2026. It won't care about your plans, your effort, or your timeline. But the Stoic Protocol doesn't end with structure. It ends with transformation. Amor Fati, love of fate. The ability to embrace every obstacle as fuel. You don't resist problems. You absorb them. You use them. You turn every setback into momentum. The person who hates difficulty becomes bitter. The person who accepts difficulty becomes patient. But the person who loves difficulty becomes unstoppable. When you pivot instantly from frustration to adaptation, you become the kind of human life cannot break. In 2026, nothing is a setback. It's raw material for your evolution. You're not rebuilding your life through motivation. You're rebuilding it through protocol. When you confront mortality, eliminate distractions, schedule discomfort, fortify your mind, review only what you control, and treat every obstacle as fuel, you are no longer living randomly. You are living deliberately. This is the Stoic Protocol. This is how you rebuild your identity, your habits, and your future. And if you follow it with discipline, 2026 won't just be a better year. It will be the year you became unrecognizable to everyone else, and especially to yourself.